Hello, YouTube. I want to thank you for tuning into this particular channel. This is a first for me, but here we go. We're jumping in here. Right now, I'm getting ready to do a tapered haircut, and this particular haircut is going to be a bit different than what you're used to seeing because I'm doing this haircut with no clipper guards. I repeat, no clipper guards whatsoever in this haircut. What I'm using are my Babyliss Pro Gold clippers. I'm going to use the trimmer as well as the clipper, and I'm actually starting this haircut right now with the trimmer. And you'll see me starting my haircut by outlining my client's hair. And I decided to do that first this time around. I usually don't. Like most barbers, I jump into the haircut. This time, being it's pretty much just refreshing what he already had. So I'm just going in and outlining around the perimeter of his hair. This is my first time putting a video together, so y'all be patient with me piecing this together. But hopefully you'll see something in my videos that will inspire you to like it and subscribe. I can only get better from here, so I thank you for your patience. Again, if you're following, all I'm doing right now is turning my client around, checking the mirror as I go along, making sure he's even while I'm edging him up. This particular individual is a regular client of mine, so I appreciate his patronage and for allowing me to film him for the first time. My trimmers, I keep charging. The cord that came with these particular trimmers is pretty lengthy, so it doesn't really get in the way. Shout out to Babyliss. These trimmers are really sharp. They require just a little bit of tweaking out of the box, but I guess for everybody who has them, most of the people that I've seen and heard really like these clippers. They're really good. Alright, so here I'm getting ready to go to my clipper, and I'm starting from the zero, and again, no guard, and I'm using just the edge of the clipper to start the fade. And this haircut is pretty much a refresh, which is why I outlined them first, because all I have to do now is just go back and set the fade in. So I'm continuing to open up the lever as I go along, and here you can see I'm gently working the fade, working that blend, and I'm being careful not to cut away hair that I don't need to cut, so that my fade is consistent. So I'm also detailing while I'm fading. Right here I'm doing a technique called raking, and it pretty much smooths out the hair. And this technique right here cannot be used on all hair types, but it's a technique that can definitely be used on African American hair. Right, and here I'm using a little bit of clipper over comb, taking out hair that I don't need while I'm fading. And as you can see, that side came out pretty nicely. Now I'm going to make sure I do the same thing on the side, because you want the hair to look equal and be equally blended. So I'm using just the very tip of the blade here, and I'm cleaning it up. Now I just moved up the blade, and I'm going up just a little bit further, just lightly fading. And now I've opened the clipper all the way up, and I'm raking out as I go up. And this technique right here, it takes some time to learn, but it's not hard at all. I would recommend purchasing some mannequins to practice on, and as you're learning how to blend while you're fading. So I'm just raking down, and you can just see that fade's coming in real nicely. Again, a little clip over comb, and I'm making sure that I'm holding my comb at a 45-degree angle as I'm going up. And I'm picking the hair out that I don't need, and that's what I'm cutting off inside the comb. And I'm going back to my trimmer to continue detailing his hairline. And as you can see, that looks pretty sharp. So you'll see me continuing to make sure that the hairline is set and that it looks good as I'm cutting. Checking my mirrors. And that looks pretty equivalent on both sides. That fade's looking real nice. Now I'm going to the nape area here. Picked up the trimmer again, moving his ear out of the way as not to cut my client as I go around his ear. And I'm setting in my line as a guide on his right hand side. Forgive me, y'all, because I know I shouldn't be chewing gum, but I want to make sure that my breath isn't tart while I'm cutting clients' hair, because I've had that happen to me. There's nothing worse than me sitting in somebody's chair and they're just blowing you away with halitosis. So that's why I'm chewing right now. And again, I'm moving over to the left hand side this time, going down my client's hairline, setting that in, because that's what I'm going to use as a guide as I'm setting in the taper in the back on the nape area. And I'm stepping back, checking my work, leaning his head forward, and I'm combing the hair that I need to cut. And I'm starting at the base of his hair, and I'm stroking up, and I started from the zero, and then I opened up one more latch and went up a little further. I would say maybe a little less than a fourth of an inch as I go at the time. And now I've opened my clipper all the way up, continuing to rake, and I'm checking my work as I go. Now here, I'm raking up, but at a different angle. At first I was raking, say at about a 30-degree angle. Now I'm raking at 45. And I'm raking up just where I need to rake. Just where I need to stroke that blade. And I'm just using the very tip or edge of my blade as I'm setting in my fade. This technique it takes some time, but the more you practice with anything with barbering, the better you get. Now I'm finishing off with a clip over comb, taking out the hairs I don't need. And now I'm raking down, smoothing out the hair. And these clippers here are, I would say they're some of the best on the market. Very detailed. They don't run hot. I think the charging is really good, and I've gotten so far real good use out of them. Now, a lot of people would say that it's the clipper when you're fading, but a lot of it has to do with technique and the skill of the barber. So again, it's a little clip over comb. Smoothing out my client's hair. And as you can see, this haircut is a touch-up, but it looks good. And I believe I got this done in about 12 minutes. So the better you get when you're learning how to do this, it does not take, or it shouldn't take you 30 to 45 minutes to complete a touch-up or a haircut like this. As you can see, it's pretty much done. Uh, both sides look the same. I'm checking it out. You better believe he's checking it out. Going back and making sure his hairline's good. And this haircut is just about a wrap. So YouTube, I got plenty more videos coming. I'm going to try to put out one every week. I want to thank you for watching. This is going to be an adventure. And I look forward to growing along with you wherever you are in your career. And let's make this a lasting relationship. Peace and blessings to you. And I hope this video finds you well. I want to thank you so much for watching again as I'm wrapping up this haircut. I must say, this looks pretty good. All right, YouTube. I'll see you next time.